We couldn't be here without you.
I read that the showmakers intended for each season of Castlevania to be its own complete story. I don't feel that here though. This is the start of one of the best video game adaptations ever, and it is very noticeably short. 4 episodes with only 20 minutes each, they introduce probably the most interesting character, Alucard, in the last 10 minutes. It leaves you wanting for more, especially since it deals masterfully with its themes on fate, love, and power, and the world of Castlevania. This is only the very surface. This is the precipice of greatness. And if they made this season specifically to tease for a complete season 2, then it obviously worked. But as a complete story, no. I desperately hope that a second season delivers on this though, and it probably does if it reached 4 seasons. So watch the series. There's nothing else quite like it.
You must be the Belmont.
I hoped in the first review that Season 2 would deliver, and yes, we get to go deeper into the castle. We get to see more characters and monsters from the game. Character arcs for Trevor, Sypha, and Alucard pulled off beautifully. Dracula's emotional breakdown and resolution, immaculate. But there are minor nitpicks that stop it from being 10 out of 10. I think the gang spent too much time in the library, and that Dracula's generals weren't properly set up in Season 1, and that those themes of love, faith, and power don't quite resolve as well as the character arcs. So we're gonna have to deduct 1 point, 9 out of 10. If the series ended here though, there would be no complaints, but maybe I'm a little blinded by the fanboy inside of me. So here's what I recommend you do. Play Castlevania Symphony of the Night and tell me that my 9 out of 10 score is wrong.
I learned something about sin. What did you learn? I learned to like it.
Castlevania's 3rd season continues its trend of being peak, with the birth of the new best character in the series, Isaac. But it annoys me a little after a tight-knit Season 1, having 4 separate storylines go on at the same time, ranging from extremely minimal to no interconnectivity. It grinds my inner storyteller. At least Season 2 had the castle denizens and the trio crossover in the end. Here, we need to wait for Season 4, but I digress. Isaac is the deepest character in the show and I wanted more time with him, and even if the 4 plots don't quite intersect, the finale will never be less than fantastic. With a bit of introspection, this is just how I felt in Season 1. If you've also been following this series, there's no stopping now. You're going to watch the 3rd season, even if it feels like setup for the 4th one.
Dracula earned his rest. We can and should move forward.
Remember when I said that Castlevania is the start of one of the best video game adaptations ever? I meant that. This is the best video game adaptation of all time. Not many long-running series can keep this consistent level of quality throughout its entire runtime, while still crafting an ending that is both satisfying, meaningful, and somehow quite happy. All of the characters, especially Isaac the Goat, get weirdly fitting conclusions for the work they've put in, and that twist stinger in the end makes me think that this magnum opus is going to be #1 for a while. I'm not going to spoil it, just believe me, it is brilliant. So a few themes here and there weren't quite realized, and the dialogue is a bit crass, and Season 1 and 3 felt like setup for Season 2 and 4 most of the time. But to have something this faithful to the original game with an ending that is worth it and respects the time put in by the viewers, this entire series is going to be my first must-watch recommendation. Also, we reached 50 subscribers, so thanks.